Hello YouTube fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tina and I make videos on lifestyle, home, and DIY projects every single week. Before jumping into today's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who entered the giveaway in the last video. There were so many great suggestions from you guys and I really appreciate it because that's going to help me create the content for the new year. I wrote down the most popular suggestions and I also came up with a few new ideas, including some new series that I want to implement on this channel. So I hope that you guys are ready for new content on this channel because there's definitely so much more to come. Huge congratulations to the winner of the giveaway. I will put their comment on the screen right here. They've been contacted. And if you didn't win this one, don't worry guys, there will be more in the future, so stay tuned for those. And again, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who comments on my channel. I read every single comment on every video. I love getting all of your feedback as well as interacting with you guys, so comments are always appreciated, so thank you so much. So jumping into today's video, we are doing some personalized projects that I've seen on Pinterest. I've been wanting to make pieces like this for a very long time, so I thought that the new year was the perfect opportunity to do so. And the techniques from these projects require minimal supplies, and I know a lot of you guys requested that, so all you really need for these projects is paint and you're ready to go. So without further ado, let's jump into the first project. Hello from VoiceOver Tina. For this first project, I'm using a terracotta pot. This one is from IKEA, but of course any terracotta pot will do. I'm starting by prepping the pot and I'm gonna use a water-based polyurethane on the inside of the pot. And the one that I'm using is in a glossy finish just because I have so much of it and I wanna use it up. But you can also use a matte one as well. So with my foam brush, I just painted the inside and gave it about 3 coats of paint just to make sure that there was going to be a really good barrier. I've painted terracotta before on this channel, but I didn't do the right prep for it the first time. And since terracotta is a porous material, eventually my white paint got tinted with that orange terracotta color. So to avoid all of that and extend the longevity of this project, I'm doing it right by keeping the moisture away from the paint. And you'll see that I'm actually going to paint the saucer dish as well, and that's just because it's also porous. So if you have this sitting on some wood or carpet, the water could seep through and ruin your surfaces. So I'm just taking this as an extra step. And now that it's prepped, you can go ahead and paint it with whatever design that you'd like. I'm adding some modern abstract face line drawings to my pot, so I did a little bit of practicing before I went directly onto my pot, and I really wanted to freehand my design, so practicing ahead of time was crucial. And if you do want to plan everything out before painting, I would suggest using something like chalk to draft it out before you go in with your design. For this design, I'm using a fine tip brush with some white acrylic paint, and I'm painting directly onto the pot, but of course you can also paint the whole pot a different color if you'd like. For most of these faces, I'm starting by drawing an eye and then moving the line across to create a round shape. And then I'm going to draw a nose and connect the lines to create another eye on the other side. And you'll see that I'll do different variations of this. So I'm also going to add in features like lips or eyebrows and also some cheeks. So no two faces will look exactly the same. And I like that this looks very abstract and also that the lines aren't perfect. I think it gives it so much character. To flow all the faces together, I'm also painting in lines to connect some of them, and this is just a great way to tie them all together instead of looking like a bunch of floating faces. I've actually had this project pinned for probably the entirety of last year, and I'm so happy that I'm finally able to get to it because I'm absolutely loving how this is looking. After I repeated the faces around the whole entire pot, I'm just gonna let it dry completely, and after that I'm gonna seal in my design with some polyurethane again. This time I'm using a matte finish just because I want to keep the original finish of the terracotta pot, but of course you can also go in with the glossy one that we used on the inside as well. And I just gave this 2 coats before letting it dry completely. Now I have a super cute custom designed pot ready to house my plant babies. This is such a simple way to upgrade your plant pots and also is very affordable to do as well. I'm planning on buying a lot more plants for my balcony, so painting terracotta is such a great and inexpensive way to add some style to a growing collection. For this next project, I'm using watercolor paper since I want to frame my painting, but you can use anything from a canvas to a wood panel or even a tote bag. The options are endless. Since I'm going to be framing it with a mat, I'm tracing the mat as a guide for how large my painting is going to be. I wanted to paint a portrait of my sister and my mom and I, so I chose this one of us and I printed it out in black and white to save on colored ink. Next, I'm flipping it over, and with a pencil, I'm going to cover the entire back with graphite. Now I'm turning it back over and I'm taping it exactly where I want my painting to be, and with a pencil, I'm going to start tracing and outlining the picture. And as you can see, when you lift the paper, the graphite will actually transfer onto the paper underneath, and essentially we're creating a carbon copy of the image we're tracing. So I'm doing this to the entire image, and you can get as detailed as you want, depending on how much depth and shadowing you want on your painting. You can choose to outline things like eyebrows and lips to add more details to the face, and you can also add in wrinkles to clothes to just add a little bit more detail. I want my image to be pretty flat, so I'm keeping my outlines pretty minimal. Then I'm just going to remove the picture, and here's how the image is looking. And if you missed any lines, you can go ahead and add those in, or define any areas that are a little bit harder to make out. And you can see that I'm also going to add a little bit more to the background since the image was a little bit smaller than the frame. You can also choose not to outline the background and do a flat color or no background at all, so feel free to do whatever you'd like. Now all you need to do is to color everything in with your medium of choice. I'm sticking with acrylic paint, but feel free to use watercolor, gouache, or even colored pencil. And I'm actually going to start with the foreground first, just because I'm impatient and like to work on the more interesting parts before working on the background. But since this is a pretty flat image, I think that any order you go in will work fine. For a little more definition on the faces, I did a lighter color than I did on the rest of the body and neck. And for the rest of the colors, I wanted to match the original photo. But what's nice about this project is that you can totally change up the color palette to match your home decor. So you can make this in black and white or neutral or get really colorful with it. But you can really customize this how you want. And you'll also see later that instead of a hot pink shirt for my mom, I actually made it a little bit lighter. And especially since nothing in my apartment is hot pink, I didn't want it to stand out too much. I chose this photo of us because it was such a memorable day with my family. We went strawberry picking over the summer and celebrated my birthday that same evening. It was one of the only outdoor activities that we were able to do together as a family last year, and I hope that we'll get to do more in the future. I've been wanting to do a portrait like this for such a long time, and I found that this project was really fun to do because it was kind of like a paint by numbers. You can just focus on creating and choosing colors and filling in lines, and you don't have to worry about the composition or be a good drawer since it's already done for you with the carbon copy tracing technique. You can use this technique for any project, even for text-heavy or faux calligraphy pieces, and you can also create a couple or a pet portrait. I think this would make such a great gift for someone. Alright, so now my portrait is done and I'm just gonna let it dry and then pop it into a frame. I really love how this project came out. It's just so special to me, and it's a great way to create a personalized portrait for your home or to create as a gift for someone else's, and I'm excited to create even more of these and to build a collection of portraits for many more years to come. I really hope you guys liked this project idea, and if you did, let me know in the comments what kind of portrait you would create. So those were the projects for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys would create with these techniques. These are very personalizable, so you can use these in so many different projects, and I would love to hear your ideas. The portrait project would be so cute if you were to do it of a pet, and I think I'm gonna do it with our dog Mojo because he is just such a vibe. I love him so much, and if you haven't seen him on my Instagram before, here's a little clip of him. He's just the funniest little chihuahua ever. And also, this is the first time that I'm using the polyurethane technique on terracottas. And I know there are other techniques out there to protect your design, but I will definitely give an update to see how well this holds up, especially since I'm planning to do a whole bunch of them and have them sit outside on my balcony. I'm planning on doing a whole balcony makeover video, so you'll definitely see all those pots there, and I will update you guys then. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe down below for new videos every single week. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you recreate any of these projects. I would love to see them. I will put a few posts on the screen, and I just love them all so much. So if you would like me to see any of your projects, please tag me on Instagram and I will leave it some love. Thank you guys all for watching and DIYing with me. Stay inspired, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!